Hey, welcome to this morning's morning sprint, or I should say that I should start calling this the morning sprint aftermath, because I'm always resting. Found myself a nice rock. It's kind of like a little monument thing underneath some of these palm trees. But anyway, Jesse Dale, thank you for letting me into your hearts and into your homes. And I'm pretty passionate and fired up about today's subject. So it's, do you live out of necessity or possibility? And when I first kind of had this concept introduced to myself, I was like, it's either one. You know, some people live out of necessity, okay? They only take action when their basic human needs are in threat. And some people live in possibility. A good example of that would be the billionaire who continues to work just as hard as he did when he was 22 because he wants to explore, or she wants to explore the realm of possibility. And I used to kind of think there's really not a right or wrong answer to that, but you might see some of my bias come through in this video. So I won't tell you which way my bias is, but maybe you can figure it out and let me know in the comments. So by definition, if you are a person who operates under necessity, so you take action when it's necessary, that's your motivation, okay? You tend to need a gun to your head to take action, okay? So if you're in lack, that would be the gun to the head, and you'll get yourself to mediocrity, okay? You'll work and claw as hard as you can. You will work to the point that you're comfortable, okay? Once you're comfortable, it's cool, it's time to relax. Tend to be extrinsically motivated. By definition, you're not internally motivated if you take action by necessity, you're externally motivated. So if you're like so many dollars in debt, that would be the necessity that makes you act. If you have a child and you're like, oh, now I gotta care for this child, you may then stop certain behaviors out of necessity to take care of that child, okay? So, and you tend to have a fixed mindset. So people that work off possibility, they tend to be growth-driven individuals, growth mindset. They tend to be intrinsically motivated because they don't need necessity to get them to continue to take action. They want to be, they're inspired and motivated to be the best possible versions of themselves that they can. So they're not motivated as much by comfort. That's why you see those memes like there's no growth in the comfort zone. Well, there really isn't any growth in the comfort zone. So, you know, one thing, I think the reason I have a little bit bias with this is, I've told you this story before, I was a member of a Christian business development. So again, these are Christian business owners, okay? Businesses are in business to service others and to make money. And several of them would say, like in these meetings, they would say, you know what? I just want to make enough to get by and take care of my basic needs and my family. To me, if you study what Christianity is about, it's about giving and helping God's world flourish. And I'm like, you greedy son of a gun. Now here, this is where my passion comes out. So if you're just saying, hey, I just want enough for me to be comfortable, for my family to be comfortable, me, my, okay? I want enough, and I'd hope the same for you so you could really experience that joy of giving, that you would want enough so that you can take care of this person and make this whole world better. Okay, so yes, are you just basically working hard to take care of yourself and maybe your close family, or are you working hard to experience your full potential and take care of as many people as you possibly can, or leave your mark, leave your influence on many people as you possibly can? So hopefully this can maybe motivate you to maybe change mindsets. If you're like, hey, I'm cool living in comfort, okay, I'm cool just covering my basic human needs and the needs of those loved ones around me. Well, what happens when something comes up where those needs aren't met? Okay, that's another good byproduct of being that growth-driven person, or that person that strives to be the best possible version of themselves that they were created to be, is they don't have catastrophes. Yeah, they do, okay, but those catastrophes don't put them back into scarcity. They tend to live in abundance. And that really is, do you want to risk living in scarcity, or do you want to live in various degrees of abundance the rest of your life? Hopefully this resonated with you. I'd love to hear your comments or your thoughts in the comments, and we'll see you at the next morning sprint.